Hello, my name is Igor and I am one of the creators of Ally, Collect and Backup. I'm very excited to let you know that we have finally completed the work on the next version of Ally. Initially, Ally was built to solve a very common issue. For any Amoeba collectors, it's an issue where if you travel somewhere or you are on the go, you can't really get all your Amiibo with you, so there has to be a way to actually do that somehow. So Ally was created to solve two main issues. One is to manage your Amiibo collection, and second is to basically be able to use your Amiibo on the go. The second version of Ally, which we call Ally Pro, actually taking into account all the feedback and all the things that our community was requesting for. So Ally Pro has way more functionality than the original version of Ally. Original version of Ally still works as is, but Pro version will just give more functionality to Pro users who need that functionality. The biggest issue with the first version of Ally we had was that we had to release a new app version with any new Amiibo release. We basically solved this issue with Ally Pro, so we developed our own custom API and our own custom CMS to manage those Amiibo, so you don't really need to get a new app update when the new Amiibo is released. So basically, all new Amiibo will appear in Ally Pro at the same day they are released to public. The home page is split into sections. On the top, we see the last 15 recently released Amiibo, then our Amiibo lists, including favorites and wish list, the worldwide collection here, and quick actions. We see worldwide collection here because we don't have any Amiibo in our collection yet, but once we add it, we'll see that this will change and will represent our collection. Everywhere across the app, there is a search button. By pressing this button, there is a way to search Amiibo by its name. If we tap on any Amiibo anywhere across the app, we'll see the Amiibo details screen where we can add Amiibo to favorites. We can view Amiibo usage by the game, so basically what you get in each game, in each platform. Also, you see some details about the Amiibo. If the Amiibo is not in your collection yet, there's a way to find it on Amazon. You can also add this Amiibo to wish list or add this Amiibo to the custom list you have created. Or if you haven't created any yet, there is a way to create it right from this screen. Also, you can see the date when this Amiibo was released in different countries. Now let's add some Amiibo to our collection. So I go to the connection, and same way as in the previous version of Ally, we just press the plus button and then scan the Amiibo and add it to our collection. So at the moment I have one, so I'll quickly add all other Amiibo which we have here to our collection. Okay, so now we see that our collection screen is split into sections. The first is my collection, which is I can collapse if I need to do so, and the Amiibo that hasn't been collected yet. There is also a filter button. By pressing this button, I open up the filter screen where I can filter Amiibo by certain parameters like series, or like by the game, or by the set. Let's say we have like our Xenoblade Chronicles 3 set. So we'll see there are only two Amiibo in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 section. There is also a way to clear the filters by pressing this button. As you can see, we've added Inkling Amiibo to favorites and to our wish list. Let's add all Mario Amiibo to the wish list. So I open up the wish list, press the Add Amiibo button, search for Mario, and then add any Amiibo I like to the wish list. So you can see they all appeared here. There is also a sort button which allowed me to sort Amiibo by date added to the list, by its name, or by the release date. I can also write the entire list to the supported devices if I need to do so. Also, for default lists like favorites and wish list, there is a way to clear the list. One of my favorite features of Ally Pro is that you can create any number of custom Amiibo lists. You can create them the way you like. You can create them based on the game. You can create them based on the batch you are writing. And there is also a way to write the entire list to the supported devices like Flask or N2 Elite. Now let's create another list, a custom list, call it Xenoblade, and add Xenoblade Amiibo to this list, like Shulk. Then I can just open up this list again and add more Amiibo to it. So here on the search screen, there is also the latest search, so it will show up the Amiibo I was searching before. So Pyra, Mithra, because it's a customly created list, Ally app has created this beautiful thumbnail, but also there is a way to rename the list or delete the list if you need to do so. Ally Pro allows you to fully manage all known Amiibo management devices like blank NTAG 215, Flask, or AmiiboLink, AmiLoop, Slide, N2 Elite, and PowerTags. Now, since I have Inkling Amiibo already added to my list, I can open it up, and instead of find in Amazon button, there is a way to write this Amiibo to a device. So let's press this button, and you can see all pretty much supported devices which this Amiibo can be added to. For the purpose of this video, I'll just use N2 Elite for now. All I do, just press N2 Elite button and then press the scan, and the Amiibo has been added to N2. And now I want to add all Xenoblade Amiibos to Flask. So I'll turn on Flask. You can see it's empty now. And I'll just press Write To button, select all Amiibo I want to write, and write those 5 immediately to Flask. So connect to Flask, and the app will write those Amiibo to Flask. You can see the Flask counter is also updated at the same time. So the integration is seamless. Now if I open the devices screen, I can manage the devices by themselves. So if I press on N2 Elite, I can see that we have one Amiibo already added. If I want to rescan my N2, I press the button over here and can rescan it. Let's just add a couple of more Amiibo just for the demo. Let's just add 2 more. Just press the button right, and the Amiibo are written to N2 Elite. There is also a settings button which allow me to add more Amiibo to N2 Elite or empty all slots. Let's go back to our Flask. I tap the Flask, it searched, it found the Flask, I open it up, and basically the screen represents what I can see on the current Flask device. So if imagine I need to change my active Amiibo on the Flask to say Mithra, I'll just press this button, tap and hold, and then set active. In Flask, you see that active Amiibo changed to Mithra. Same way, if I change the buttons on the Flask and change the active Amiibo, the app will also show you that at the same time. Also, if I tap on Mio right now, we'll see that this is active Amiibo at the moment. But if I press on any other Amiibo, there is a way for me to set it active right away. If I press on the settings button, there are 3 options here: add to Flask, add more Amiibo to Flask, empty all slots, or disconnect Flask. Now let's talk about Games section in the app. If I press this Games tab, basically I can see the list of games split by the platform. There is also a search button which allows me to search for games. So let's just search for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. When I open a game screen, there is a way for me to add the game to favorites, which will bring it up to the beginning on the games screen. Then there is a way for us to see the Metascore or user scores taken from the Metacritic's website. We can add all Amiibo to the list, to any of the lists, like this. We just can select and then add to Amiibo to list. We can add it to Xenoblade, to favorites. Let's add them to favorites. And write those Amiibo somewhere, like to any supported devices. The FAQ section in the app has answers to all common questions. However, if you still have any questions or struggles, you can contact our support and join our community in our Twitter/X account. You can find the link to our Twitter account in the description below. Thank you for joining me today. See ya!